Hey there, history buffs and gamers. Welcome back to Historically Gaming. I'm the Fit Historian. Today I want to talk about the Legend of Stingy Jack, an old Irish tale about a man that liked to drink with the reputation of not paying, and how this tale relates to a Halloween tradition. Like a true legend, there are multiple versions of the story with some details changing depending on the version you're reading. We're going to go over a basic retelling of the story, and if you like this, feel free to share this video with a friend that loves a good spooky story. Without further ado, go ahead, grab a pumpkin spice latte and your controller, and let's jump right in. While we're here, I want to show you a feature that was added in the Jungle Getaway update that is going to make your life so much easier when working on the start path. You can now track the progress of the task you're working on. To do this, go to the task you want to track and then look at the lower right-hand corner of your screen. There you'll find the button you need to press to activate it. After that, close the menu and then you'll see your task in the upper left-hand corner. Now let's get on with our story. Like I mentioned in the intro, Stingy Jack was a well-known man around town that loved his drink but did not like to pay for them. He would do anything to get out of paying for things, hence his name. So Stingy Jack's reputation was so well known that the word reached Satan himself. Satan decided that enough was enough for Stingy Jack and that it was about time he took his soul. One night, Satan appeared before Stingy Jack, and Jack made a request for just one more drink. Satan reluctantly agreed, and the pair made their way over to Jack's favorite pub, and they ordered a drink. After they were finished, the barman requested payment. Per Jack's usual ways, he devised a plan on how to skip out on his tab. He pulled Satan aside and convinced him to turn himself into a silver coin as payment. Instead of paying the barman, Stingy Jack pocketed the coin, and what just happened to be in his pocket? A crucifix. Come on guys, what are the chances? Because of the cross in his pocket, Satan was trapped as a coin. Jack made him a deal, and the deal was that Jack would remove him from his pocket if Satan left him alone for 10 years. After Satan agreed, Jack released him, and the two parted ways. Exactly 10 years later, Satan returned, because, he's a punctual being and he's a man of his word. Jack decided that this time he wanted a snack before his soul was taken. Nearby, there was an apple tree, and he asked Satan if he minded to climb up into the tree and grab him an apple. Not sure why, but Satan obliged and climbed up into the tree to retrieve the apple. I guess he didn't learn his lesson the first time. Once Satan was up in the tree, Jack acted quick and carved a cross into the tree. Again, Satan was stuck, this time in the tree instead of a pocket. Jack decided he wanted to up the ante and demanded that Satan never take his soul. In desperation to get out of his tree prison, Satan agreed. After several more years of his drinking ways, it began to take a toll on Stingy Jack and his health. When he passed away, he first went to the pearly gates in heaven, but was turned away due to his lifestyle and behavior amongst the living. He then went down to Hades in the underworld, but he was again turned away, but this time it was because he made Satan promise to never take his soul. Because of this, Stingy Jack was only left with the option of spending eternity as a shade in the world of the living. Satan was overjoyed that Stingy Jack was getting his comeuppance and decided to give him a piece of coal from the hellfire as a token. Jack, as the clever guy he is, decided to carve a face into a turnip and place the hot coal inside, which created a lantern. From there on, Jack's soul wanders the realm of the living with his turnip lantern guiding him. Some say that if you see a flickering light nearby, that it is Stingy Jack and his lantern, and that he would either lead you home or to your death. This story is actually often pointed at when talking about the origin of jack-o'-lanterns. It's also believed that the story of Stingy Jack was created to explain a phenomenon of flickering lights that people would see near bogs. What these lights actually were was the ignition of gases from decaying vegetation around the bogs. In Ireland, and I think Scotland too, people carved turnips and potatoes to ward off evil spirits, and even carved faces into them on occasion. The tradition traveled as time went on as people moved around and even made its way over into North America. Once in North America, the tradition switched from tiny turnips to the larger, more robust pumpkins. Pumpkins were a great choice because they were much larger and way easier to carve. In November of 1866, an Ontario newspaper discussed the carving of the spooky-faced pumpkins as a Halloween tradition. And the rest was, well, history. Now every year we carve pumpkins with all sorts of designs, and it has become one of the most iconic images of the Halloween season. From a man that refused to pay his tab to spooky-faced pumpkins, it goes to show that what we do in the present, especially around holidays, is attached to the past somehow, somewhere. Also, you might want to start paying your tabs unless you want your soul to meander around for eternity. Just saying. Thank you for joining me for this Halloween tale. If you liked this video, feel free to hit the like button and make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss the next video. Also, go ahead and drop a pumpkin emoji down in the comments. Let's see how many people made it this far. Alright guys, keep gaming and stay spooky. Bye!